All right, let's dive into solo leveling. We have so much to cover from web novel to the screen. You guys sent in a ton of stuff. I'm excited.
What really gets me about solo leveling is how it takes this classic Portal fantasy idea
Oh, yeah.
and it just injects it with this, like,
Huge.
yeah, this feeling of progression and power.
Right, it's like you're not just going to a magical world, you're going to, like,
Conquer it.
conquer it.
Level up.
Level by level.
And what I think is so cool is it hits that power fantasy across so many different things, right? Web novels, webtoons, anime, even a video game.
Yeah. It all started with the web novel, which, fun fact, was originally titled in Korean, Only I Level Up. And, even that title kind of gets to the core.
What makes it so good?
What makes it so compelling?
Yeah, that like individual strength that I'm going to change my destiny.
Yeah, and I love that.
Really resonates with audiences.
It's like the ultimate underdog story, but with a fantasy twist.
Yeah.
Now, we know the web novel was adapted into the super popular webtoon format, illustrated by the super talented Jang Sung-rak,
Dubu.
aka Dubu, right?
Yeah.
Adding that visual element must have just blown the story up even more.
Bro, yeah, webtoons are just huge right now globally and like a source of so many new anime. And solo leveling is like the prime example of that jump to the screen.
Oh, yeah, it's like webtoons are the new manga, paving the way for so many hits. And speaking of anime, let's talk about that jump to the screen. Season 1 especially has gotten so much praise.
Oh, the animation is beautiful.
For its animation, especially the fight scenes.
The studio behind it is A1 Pictures. You might recognize them from like Sword Art Online, Your Lie in April.
Oh, yeah?
They've got this really cool signature style, like really fluid action, really beautifully detailed, and it really pops in solo leveling's fights.
Right. I've even seen some people compare those battles to like epic scenes out of Attack on Titan.
Ooh, yeah.
Another A1 Pictures production.
Yeah, makes sense.
They really know how to do those huge battles.
They really bring it, and they capture not just the power of Sung Jin-woo's abilities, but that emotional weight of him going from the weakest to the strongest.
It's like that classic zero to hero.
Oh, totally.
Right in front of you.
Love it.
We talked about that power fantasy idea before.
Yeah.
What makes it so good in solo leveling?
I think it's the combo, right, of this super unique leveling system.
Right.
And then the super high stakes of the world he's in.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting strong, it's about protecting humanity from these crazy threats.
Like he's playing a video game.
Right.
With the fate of the world at stake.
Exactly.
I've seen some people say that his progression's like, maybe too easy.
Oh, interesting.
Do you think a little more struggle would have made it better?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, that fast power growth is part of what makes it so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, more obstacles and setbacks for him could have added more complexity to his character.
That's that classic debate, right?
Right, for sure.
Like easy domination versus real struggle and adversity.
But I still think, even with the fast progression, they show his determination.
Right.
He's really willing to sacrifice everything.
Yeah, it's not just given to him.
No.
He's working for it.
He's pushing himself. All right, speaking of pushing limits, we got to talk about the music.
Oh, the music.
Hiroyuki Sawano, you probably recognize his name. Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill.
Oh, I love his stuff.
He brings this really cool blend of like epic orchestral and driving electronic beats.
It's so good.
Which like is perfect for solo leveling.
It really is. It's like another character in the story.
Yeah.
You know, adding all this drama and excitement.
Remember when he first activates his powers?
Oh, yeah.
The music just swells.
Gives you chills.
It's amazing.
It is.
He uses these leitmotifs, which are these recurring themes for different characters or events. It's so smart. It adds this emotional depth, you know?
Like they all have their own theme song. And it really makes you feel for them.
It's such a cool way to bring you in to the story even more.
Okay, we've talked about the beginning, the animation, the music. Now let's get into the story of Season 2.
Oh, yeah. Season 1 left us on such a cliffhanger.
I know. It feels like things are just getting started.
For sure.
Jinwoo's journey's not over yet.
Not even close. Oh, Season 2 really just throws you in headfirst.
Oh, yeah.
Jinwoo facing even bigger challenges, like on every level.
Right away, we jump into the Demon Castle.
Yeah.
That had me, like, clutching my armrest. It was so good.
Oh, for sure.
What did you think about that arc? Like, how it adds to the story and to Jinwoo?
I think what's really interesting is it gives you more of the magic system, like where it came from and like the power hierarchy, you know? we meet the monarchs.
Oh, yeah.
Who are like these super powerful beings.
Right.
Ruling over different dimensions.
Oh, wow.
And they're really shaping what's happening. It makes the world feel even bigger.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, right?
Oh,
Every time you get an answer, there's like 10 more questions.
So many questions.
And Jinwoo's part in all of this is changing too, right?
Yeah.
It's not just reacting to stuff anymore. He's like affecting the whole world.
He really is, even if he doesn't realize it.
And then we meet Isel.
Yeah.
The demon noble who
becomes his ally.
Right. Talk about a plot twist.
Such a good twist.
What does that say about the whole good and evil thing in Solo Leveling?
It really makes you think, right? We always think demons are the bad guys.
Yeah.
But Isel, she's got her own goals. And it's not so clear-cut anymore, you know?
It makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
Like in the real world, it's not just black and white.
Right. It's not just humans versus monsters. Everyone's got their own thing going on.
I like that.
Yeah, it keeps you guessing.
It does.
And we can't forget about his mom.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The whole elixir of life thing.
That is like heart-wrenching.
So emotional.
It shows he's got so much depth. It's not just about power. It's about love.
Totally. Even with all that strength, he's still driven by the things we all want.
Right, it's family.
Family, protecting the people he cares about.
And when he finally cures her.
Oh, man.
Oh, I teared up a bit.
Me too. After all he went through.
It's a great payoff.
It is.
Shows the writers know how to do both, you know.
Yeah.
Huge action. And then...
real feelings.
Real feelings.
And then, of course, Huang Dong-soo.
Oh.
Season 2 ends and you're just left with... so many questions. So many questions. What do you think about how they're handling that whole mystery?
I think they're doing a great job. It's like this thread that runs through the whole season. He's always there, lurking.
Right.
And his connection to Jinwoo is getting clearer, but slowly it keeps you hooked.
It's like a good thriller.
Oh, yeah.
You know something's going to happen, but you don't know what.
Exactly.
And the way they tied it into the monarchs and the system, so smart.
Yeah, really builds the world.
And the suspense.
It's like they didn't just make the action bigger in season 2. They made the whole story bigger. The characters are deeper. And now we got this mystery on top of it all.
It makes you want more.
It does. And speaking of bigger, the fight scenes. Wow.
A1 Pictures, they just killed it with the animation.
They did.
Especially the Jeju Island raid.
Oh, yeah.
They took everything good about the fights in season 1 and just amplified it.
It's like they went to level 11.
Yeah, the moves are cooler, the effects are crazier, and the scale of the battles, I mean...
it's huge.
It's mind-blowing.
You can really see how much better he's gotten. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like every fight he's learning.
He's adapting to the enemies, to the places they're fighting.
But even with all that power, he's still human, you know?
Oh, yeah. There are those moments where you see him struggle.
It makes you root for him even more.
It makes him relatable, even though he can do all these crazy things.
Exactly. He's not like some untouchable god. He's still Jinwoo.
Right.
Now, we've talked a lot about the anime, but Solo Leveling's a huge hit in other ways too, right?
Right.
The web novel, the webtoon, even a video game.
Yeah.
What is it about this story that makes it work on all these different platforms?
I think it's a few things, you know? Like, we all relate to Jinwoo. The story moves fast. It keeps you interested.
Right.
And the world is, like, familiar but also magical.
Yeah.
It's a story you can enjoy on so many levels.
Right. Like whether you're here for the action, the characters, the world.
Yeah, or all of it.
It's got it all.
It does. And I think the music helps a lot, too.
Oh, the music.
Haruki Sawano in season 2 is still epic.
So good.
So emotional.
I get chills every time.
Right. It fits every scene perfectly.
It's like that extra something that just elevates everything.
Yeah, those big melodies, those fast rhythms.
During the fights, it's crazy.
Even when it's quieter, it's more thoughtful. Really adds to the mood.
It's like he knows exactly how to make you feel what he wants.
He's so good.
So origins, evolution, adaptations, music, we've talked about a lot. But there's one thing we haven't touched on yet. The live-action adaptation. Everyone's been talking about it.
Yeah, the rumors are flying around. People are so excited.
It makes sense, though. Solo Leveling has everything you'd want in live action.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The story, the characters.
Visuals.
The huge fan base. It's all there.
Imagine seeing Sung Jinwoo, like, for real.
Yeah.
With real actors, real stunts. It could be amazing.
It has so much potential, but, you know, bringing a fantasy world like that to life.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, all those battles, those monsters,
the
powers, how do you even do that?
It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of money, and a team that really cares about the story.
Yeah, they got to get it right.
But if they do, if they find the right people and make it look as good as the webtoon,
oh, man,
it could be huge.
Could be like the next big fantasy franchise.
Totally. It could bring in a whole new audience.
Yeah, people who don't even watch anime.
Exactly.
I'm already checking for news every day, like any casting announcements, release dates.
Oh, yeah. I'm dying to see behind-the-scenes stuff.
Me too.
And, there's also the spin-off webtoon.
Oh, yeah, Solo Leveling, Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's a really cool addition to the whole thing.
It's like a prequel, right?
Yeah, it takes place before Sung Jinwoo, and you get to learn more about the monarchs.
Right, and like where the system came from.
Exactly. It adds so much to the world.
It's like getting a peek behind the curtain.
And there are all these new characters.
Oh.
Some of them are connected to the ones we already know.
Oh, that's cool.
If you're a fan, you got to check it out.
It's like, even if you think you know everything about Solo Leveling.
There's always more.
Yeah, it just shows how much depth there is to the world.
Shugon created something really special.
He did, and the artists and writers who've built on it, they're amazing.
Clearly, Solo Leveling hit a nerve. It went from this web novel to, like, a global phenomenon.
Yeah, people everywhere love it, but what is it about the story? About Jinwoo?
I think it's that we all want that,
Right.
Power, control over our lives. You want to overcome challenges to be great.
Yeah.
And Jinwoo, he's like the perfect example of that.
He is, but it's not just a power fantasy. There's real heart to it.
Oh, for sure. It's not just fighting and leveling up.
Right. There's more to it.
His love for his family, the way he wants to protect people.
Yeah.
He never gives up. Those are things we all connect with.
Yeah, it's those moments where you see he's not just a superhero.
Yeah.
He's human. He's vulnerable.
That's what makes him so interesting.
Exactly. And the way they mix it all together, the action, the fantasy, the emotions.
It's a special combination.
It really is. It's a story for everyone.
No matter who you are, where you're from.
I think we all want the same things,
Yeah.
Strength, a purpose, to feel connected.
And maybe a little magic in our lives.
Yeah. And Solo Leveling gives us a world where that's possible.
Right. Normal people doing amazing things.
It gives you hope.
It does. Like, we all have that potential.
Yeah.
Just got to find a way to unlock it.
So we've gone from the very beginning of Solo Leveling
to the screen,
to all the different versions.
The music, the spin-off, even the live-action movie that's coming.
We've covered a lot.
We have, but it's clear Solo Leveling is here to stay.
Oh, yeah. It's more than just a trend.
It's part of our culture now.
And there's so much more to come. It's exciting.
It is. So here's something to think about.
Okay.
What does the success of Solo Leveling tell us about stories and entertainment in this digital age?
That's a good one. You have to think about that.
And of course, if you haven't checked out Solo Leveling yet,
what are you waiting for?
Seriously, web novel, webtoon, anime, video game, there's something for everyone.
You might just find yourself getting swept up in it all, wanting to level up with Sung Jinwoo.
And if you do, let us know.
Yeah, we want to hear about your journey.
Until next time.
Happy leveling up.